Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so new Alliance War season has started and boy it has been interesting for New Nation. Now I will get more into it at the end of the Alliance War actual fighting part. So first things first, War 1 we are up against DSVG, very strong and capable alliance that we have gone back and forth in past several times. It's always a tight and close war. So definitely very kind of like tough start of the season for New Nation, but we are up for it. We are up for the challenge. My team for this war is going to be Titania, Nick Fury, and Rintra. So to begin with, I am on path 2 in section 1, and my first opponents are Man-Thing and Mordo. Now, obviously, this entire lane kind of revolves around giving buffs and then penalizing your attackers for having buffs. So picking Titania is a very easy win here, and I will mess up a bit in the start, but it's not going to be anything too major. And in general, Titania just has super easy time against Man-Thing. So here you can see my first mistake, miss-evading that level 1 and then getting parried, at which point I kind of get scared because like, yikes, I'm down. I lost 20% of my health, but it's okay. I just kind of collected myself past this point, and there's not much else to it. I dropped my level 2, again a whole bunch of Furies, which is sweet, and now we can start digging in, doing some more damage, and there I'm clopping in some heavy attacks as well, because why not? And I'm gonna go in for another level 2 here. And I do have a Science Power Back boost, because kind of why not in this case? I did have one spare. And yeah, past this point, as I lost those first 20% health, we can see that thanks to Adrenaline, I actually healed up a bit and finished the fight out pretty much perfectly fine. Obviously, Titania is a very good counter to Man-Thing. It's just that I need to practice and fight with her a bit more. Now, this fight, I was slightly more worried because Mordos can always be a bit dodgy and annoying. So I'm going to heal up my Titania, give her one potion, which should hopefully, you know, do the trick there. So here we go. And I think here I activate my invulnerability boost, also partially for the upcoming fights. But the main point is obviously to, you know, better be safe than sorry. I really would not want to give away a death in the first war. Here, the trick against Mordo is going to be bait out his heavy attacks and then just go ham on him, inflict as many debuff suppressions, and we can also stagger his power gains if we time it correctly. Obviously, because Titania can't gain buffs, I do not need to worry about Mystic Dispersion like at all. And here that Mordo has gone defensive, I'm just going to go in for another heavy attack. Hopefully bait out that level 2, but my passive Furies, as you can see here, have completely fallen off because I didn't manage to be aggressive enough in this instance. But I'm still going for my level 2. Power back boosts are still, you know, giving me back some power. And Mordo isn't too tanky like Man-Thing, so he's going to go down quite quickly. Here I followed up with a level 1. Again, fairly straightforward, and then I just go for a heavy attack because I knew I'm gonna have the Haymaker ability, so even if he punishes me, I'm not gonna take any damage because I'm gonna be indestructible. And now he's pretty much done and dusted and dead. So again, maybe not the prettiest fight, but just a pure example of how good Titania deals with these, how well Titania deals with these Mystic champions, especially in the Path 2 nodes. And now in section 2, I am heading to path 8, and now we have Sorcerer Supreme. I believe then later on there we are going to have a Hulkling, and these fights actually will not go perfect. Now against Sorcerer Supreme, I'm just gonna Nick Fury this. I do have my indestructible boost still active, and the point is just to be super aggressive and nuke her down as quickly as possible. Now this node does have Rich Get Richer, but Sorcerer Supreme doesn't have any buffs on her base kit. And if I don't let her throw a level 1, then it's pretty much obvious that, you know, she doesn't nullify, get rid of my armor up either. And this fight was basically as simple as it comes, just a Nick Fury nuke down against that Sorcerer Supreme. Rich Get Richer just ended up helping me. And by the time that first armor up would expire, you know, the fight was over. Now, Rintra against Hulkling obviously is classically easy fight. However, there are going to be a few annoying bits in this fight, and it's one of those things where sometimes you wish your intro was unawakened because you just kind of get too much power and you need to throw your special attacks too quickly and too early. And I will make also some mistakes in this fight, but the rest of it is fine. So here I root myself in the corner. I also have special root active. I have a whole bunch of these things. And here, unfortunately, he immediately activated his special attack, which pushed me to a level 3. At which point I decided, you know, I might as well just go and do the damage with my raptures, because the entire fight is under control. There's nothing really to stress about. I can just keep hulkling in the corner. He can spam his level 1s. I don't care. He gets raptures, and I'm just going to take it in the slow way without, you know, that massive level 2 drop, because unfortunately I get pushed past that. And again, it's just one of those things where sometimes you kind of wish your intro was unawakened, but still, minute-long fight, nothing crazy happened there. Obviously, intro is pretty much perfect for these type of fights, and now I'm going to be going up against this Gore, and against Gore as well, you know, I do have a teammate of mine placed Odin's pre-fights for me, so I'll pretty much be winning the Rich Get Richer fight all the time. Now, the main thing is just bait out the level 1s here from Gore and be happy. So as long as I have my neutralize active, he can throw his level 1s and nothing will come off it. Here I reach my level 2 very quickly, and by the time he finishes his level 1, again, I am at level 2 due to Rich Get Richer, so I'm basically I'm throwing up these level 2s without build-up, which is actually very annoying, as you can see that I'm at like level 2 already here and level 3. So again, I just decided that I am gonna go and deal with this the good old-fashioned way. So here he throws his level 2, which is fine. I was rooted, and we're not taking much damage, but obviously he is getting ruptured all over the place. I'm just neutralizing him. He uses his level 1 here as well, and he has 30 some raptures on, and we are just, you know, nuking him down. There's just not much to it. And again, a minute-long fight without any good level 2s. Again, if my Rinter was unawakened, it would arguably be slightly better for this situation. And now for the final fight, I do need to deal with Wong on this annoying mini-boss with Limber and Brute Force. And for this, I do cut the recording because I did change my masteries. And I'm also going to activate a skill power boost, and we're going to use... another one, and the point is to basically nuke this fight as quickly as possible. I also knew that I will be getting one of the advanced power boosts from the Alliance objectives, team objective or solo Alliance war objective thing that's coming. They do give you one of each grey boost, so I'm gonna essentially just try and nuke down this Wong as quickly as possible. That's why I do have max deep wounds, I do have max liquid courage double edge, I'm still boosted proper, and the entire plan is just to go ham basically at the guy, get in an intercept there, sweet. If he ends up throwing level 3, that's perfectly fine by me, because you know, Nick Fury has the second life, and now I got out of his level 2, and again, we're just finishing combos with light, we're just, you know, kind of like rushing, being super aggro, and I'm gonna go in for another level 2 here, which I got to quicker thanks to skill power back boost, and this entire fight lasted 31 seconds. So it was quite a scary fight on paper, but with Nick Fury and just like being super aggressive, similar to the Sorcerer Supreme fight, we just kind of nuked down before any consequences be damned. Right. As a result of this war though, for some of you might have already seen the video, and I did want to also post an update on it, because we lost it even though we should have won. As in, like, we won the war, as we can see that the points when you take away the win bonus are exactly equal. All the points are exactly equal. We both died 6 times. It was very close, very stressful war. But we finished the map quicker, which means we should have won this war. Right? However, there appears to be some sort of issue in Kabam's coding, and Kabam decided that we lost this war and DSVG won. Again, absolutely nothing towards DSVG players. It's not their fault that Kabam has a shitty, fucked up game. But as of the point of recording this video, which is the following Monday, Kabam has yet to do anything to address this issue or, issue any sort of public statement. The only response I got from Kabam was on the Kabam forums when I posted about it, was that, they're looking into it, and they immediately closed down my thread. Like, they quite literally immediately just shut down my thread, where I linked to the video where I discussed the situation and also obviously explained what happened in the thread itself, and it just immediately got closed and saying that, the team are having internal talks about it or something. But as of right now, absolutely nothing has been done about it. We're still kind of like missing our points. Our war rating has been affected, obviously. And the most devastating, it was to the alliance morale. Like, quite literally, it is... For high-tier alliance, war alliance is obviously a single win or a loss is extremely meaningful, especially at the beginning of the season, because it can set the tone for the rest of the season. And... at this point, even if Kabam, manually adjusts our war rating and gives us the points that we do deserve, then kind of the damage is already done, because this whole mess just absolutely deflated the team's spirit, because nobody really has much faith in Kabam to begin with. And, many in the team are skeptical that Kabam will ever do something about it. And even if they do, again, just kind of like this entire messy situation kind of took a lot of people out of it, and there are more people talking about taking a break after this season or trying to, arrange for replacements during this season, and it just isn't great overall. It definitely affected our following wars performance as well, which again, is just one of those things, and it's a very, very frustrating situation at the start of the season where we fought hard, we had a tough war. Of course, we could have played better. Had we died one time less, the tiebreaker wouldn't matter. But it did, and we won. And the fact that the game can't even get that right, it's just one of those things where it's like, why do things like that happen when this game's like 8 years old? But yeah, that is our first war. So we won the war, but game says we lost the war, so not a good start for New Nation. And let me know, how did your war season start out? That was it for my participation though in it. As you can see here, the rest of the points were identical everywhere. Just the only point difference displayed here is the win bonus. And yeah, we should have won this, but Kabam thought differently. What a bunch of whatever. But it is what it is. I do hope they sort it out, though. See you soon. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the